That right there is Mr. Beast running as fast as he can.
And his fastest mile is 9:13.
And I just beat his fastest mile time, which is actually pretty slow. But I'm gonna be beating every other YouTuber's fastest mile time. And some of them are very, very fast. So the next fastest YouTuber that we're gonna beat is Airrack. Now this dude used to run back in high school. I pulled up his mile stat, and his fastest 5K is an 18:02. And the average pace of an 18:02 is a 5:48. So 5:48 is gonna be the mile time to beat Airrack. I feel confident about this one, and then they just keep getting faster and faster, and hopefully we can beat everyone. This one is a lot faster than Beast time. It's gonna be a true challenge. Let's see if we could go ahead and beat Airrack's time. 5:48, let's do it.
So the gun goes off and I take off running on my first real test. A 5:48 is significantly faster than Mr. Beast mile, and it really takes some effort to run that fast. Of course, I've ran a ton of 5:48 miles in my life, mostly for workouts, and it's never too draining on me, which is good because I'm gonna have to run many more miles after this one to beat every other YouTuber. But for some reason, this mile was feeling harder than it normally does. I'm still on pace to run a 5:48, but through this second lap, I'm already breathing kind of heavy, and I just feel dead. Airrack is already giving me the work on my second mile. And to be fair, Airrack has probably run a faster mile than a 5:48, but this was the fastest recorded time that I could find. Anyways, I'm about to head into the final lap, and I'm pretty thankful because I'm starting to feel gassed. But luckily, I'm a little bit ahead of pace, so all I have to do is run a 90-second lap right here, and I will beat Airrack. We got 200 meters to go, and I'm trying to kick to make sure that I'm definitely under that 5:48 mark. And we're gonna succeed in running 5:48, making Airrack our second YouTuber to be beat.
So we beat Airrack's time, ran a 5:43. I feel weirdly gassed. That was kind of a hard effort, but still, we beat Airrack's time. We're 2 for 2. Beast was pretty easy, but now we're gonna go to the next YouTuber. And this is a guy who is known for running, and that person is Neistat. If anything, Casey is known as a marathoner, not a mile guy. And he's run a fast marathon. He's ran sub 3:05 so many times. Here's the thing though, his mile isn't actually that fast. I scoured high and low, checked through everything I possibly could, and found what is his fastest recorded mile time, which is a 5:35. So definitely a lot faster than Airrack's 5:48. 13 seconds faster. It's gonna be a big jump down. 5:35 is the goal. We gotta beat 5:35 or else video over.
And here we go, mile 3 against the running legend Neistat. Casey is one of the best marathoning YouTubers ever, having run a sub 3 marathon. Luckily for me, he's not the fastest dude for speed. This 5:35 was the absolute fastest mile I found written record of, so it's gonna act as Casey's mile PR. So normally a 5:35 would be relatively chill for me. You guys have seen me run many miles faster than 5:35 in past videos. But for some reason, today I was just feeling bad. Whether it was the Texas summer heat or the fatigue from sickness or something else. I'm halfway through this mile right now, and you can tell that I'm hurting. Luckily, I'm a little bit ahead of pace, so I just need to be able to hold this for the next 2 laps and I'll have successfully beat Casey. But the biggest problem is that the miles just keep getting faster and faster as I get more and more fatigued. But thankfully, I'm entering my last lap here, and I just need to close with a solid finish and I'll be able to take down Casey's time. I'm really hurting now, but I'm able to close hard on the mile and edge out Casey's 5:35 mile.
That was way too hard. Oh man, 5:31 mile, solid, but just difficult. I'm really nervous for the ones coming up here. Neistat, I'm not gonna lie, that was a hard mile, but you're not quite as fast as our 4th YouTuber, the one and only Logan Paul. Before we get to Logan Paul's mile, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video. You might have noticed that I've been running in the Mountain Coast R1s this entire video so far. This is our first ever shoe sponsorship on the channel, so go show them some love. This is awesome. The R1s are honestly such a great shoe for running, being unbelievably light at 8.5 ounces.
And the R1s are built for ultra marathons, lasting for up to 1,000 miles. I originally thought that it wouldn't help me beat every YouTuber's fastest mile, since the shoe doesn't have a carbon plate, but I was amazed to find it worked perfectly.
When running in these, it really does feel like there's no added weight onto your feet. They also have this great dual lacing system, which allows you to adjust your laces separately. Right now, I'm running with these on the track, but they also work so great on trails and pavement. Sponsorship aside, I actually think these are some of the most comfortable shoes I've ever run in. And they clearly have some speed built into them, since I've been able to hit all of the mile times so far. If you want to try the R1s out for yourself, click the link in the description. Okay, now let's go ahead and see if I can beat Logan Paul's fastest mile. So Logan Paul, 5:30 mile. In this vlog back in the day, he attempted to run a 5:30. He was on pace, he was crushing it. He ended up not doing it, but we're gonna see if we can do what Logan Paul can't and run this 5:30 mile. I'm not even gonna lie, there's a chance I won't be able to do this. That Neistat mile has me a little bit gassed, but I just need to go like 1 or 2 seconds faster than that last mile to beat Logan Paul's time. 5:30 coming up here, hopefully, and I'm gonna take down the WWE superstar.
Okay, so 4th mile, I'm off and running, and this is the first mile I felt that I could legitimately fail at. The 5:31 I just ran felt like it was a 5 flat, and I wasn't super confident about my ability to replicate it, plus run 2 seconds faster. We still have another mile to run after this one too, and I really want at least to have a crack at it. But if I can't run 5:30 right here, the whole video is over. The first lap, I felt like I was running pretty well, but as we proceed on to the second here, I'm really starting to feel poorly. Again, usually I'd feel decently confident about being able to throw down a 5:30, but the heat or fatigue or whatever was really getting to me. I could feel my body shutting down, and I knew that I had to keep fighting through if I wanted to beat Logan Paul's time. I really wanted to take down every single YouTuber's mile time, and going 3 for 3 thus far was great. And just like that, we're 3 laps through, and it's on to the final lap of this mile. I'm fighting with everything that I have and trying my best to kick it in gear to scrape under the 5:30 barrier. And as we finish out the mile here, I'm going to unfortunately fail at Logan's mile.
Oh, that was so hard. Today was not my day. I just feel terrible. Failing at Logan Paul is kind of humbling. If this video gets 3,000 likes, they will run it back with different YouTubers and make it further on a day I'm feeling a little bit better.